Okay, so I haven't even gone 2 kilometres yet, and I'm going up the second of the big hills that come really close to me setting out. And as I've said before, I tend to need to get 5 kilometres under my belt before I can really be loosened up enough to cope with hills without getting off and walking. But it's interesting. I was beating up on myself for not getting further up this hill riding, even though I'm not yet used to Aurelia's gears. I'm so competitive, self-competitive, and it's useful up to a point, and after that it becomes self-destructive, and I'm just yelling at myself for not being as good as last time, and what's wrong with you. And when the self-compassionate thing to do is go, it's fine. You want to walk today? That's fine. You're still out, you're still doing it. You're doing better each day. Some days might not be so good as other days. Roll with it. No problem. Just go with it. And it's funny, the things we say to ourselves and do to ourselves that are really not conducive. And we wouldn't dream of saying it to a friend of ours if they were cycling with us. You'd go, oh, don't worry about it today, it's fine. You know, you've had a long day, you've been doing fencing, you know, you could have stayed at home and done nothing, and instead you're out doing, being. Celebrate that. So that's what I'm going to do. Going slower today, but I stopped because there's an amazing horse chestnut tree here in a little bit of a favourite dell of mine. So I stopped to take some photographs of it, and then I thought I'd stop for a drink and a bit of a sit and a think. We don't have to rush headlong always, even me. I'm very good at doing that. But can you hear the birds? It's just lovely. So I'm just going to sit here and be for a few moments. Okay, so I'm definitely not doing so awesome with hills today, but that's fine. And I was thinking, when you've lived with severe pain for a lot of years, you've fallen out of love with your body, and body sensations become a thing to fear, and it's very hard to get out of that and to not see things as being something to be afraid of. So it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time, and it's learning that pain is not always tissue damage, that it's your brain's opinion on how much danger you're in. And once you've sort of got on top of that and sort of secure with it, you can move it forward onto other body sensations like nausea, or like when you've overdone it on the bike and you get that breathlessness and your breath stops in your throat and your legs burn and your brain immediately says, warning, warning, you've overdone it, it's awful, this is terrible, this is really scary. And that's when you use your meditation and your curiosity, and you sit with the feeling and you accept it, and you take the fear away, and you just surf it, and you just be with it, and you remind yourself it will soon go and that it's a normal physiological response, and you make sure you don't hyperventilate, and it goes. And it makes life much nicer, and it feels good because you know you can control how you feel about things, and you're not living with fear so much. It's surprising how much fear you do live with. And it takes time to get over it, and you'll always have fear. And there's elements of fear that feel the fear and do it anyway, but there's a lot of it is just like, brain, give up on this. This is nothing. This is just normal experience. This is just human. You know, just live with it. And you do, and it's great. This might sound a bit daft, but as I've said before, it's surprising how small your world becomes when you've been suffering for a while. And it's good that there are ways of getting out of it. Now it's slow and steady. That's the way you did it.